Hey everybody, welcome back to Build Tune Race. Today I'm working on the Mazda, gonna try to get some headers fit up in the car. So I ended up ordering these. They're like a Flowtech header, and they're a little bit different. They're a little shorty header for like a 2014 up pickup. So if you can see, like an LS, the bolt pattern's all square, and on the LT they're not. So you can't just flip them however you want. On the LT headers, you either have to run them the way they are, designed to go, which I don't think it's going to work on this car, because if you see on the driver's side, that would be pointing the exhaust out of the inner fender, so that's definitely not going to work. Or I believe you should be able to, and that's what I'm going to do, is flip them and come forward and down. So I kind of have all this open room right here, but I'm trying to stay away from the steering and everything else. So if I kind of turn the exhaust and go down and then go back along the block, that's what I think is going to work best for this. So we're going to try it. So I'm going to get these put in the car and see how it looks, kind of mock it up and see if it's going to work. I mean, if it does, I'm going to have to completely build a whole set of headers or whatever, but I ordered these. They were fairly cheap. Going to try to see if I can make them work, and they're not a bad little header. So going to try them. If I can make them work, that saves me a lot of time on the build. I was also thinking, like, I could always cut the flanges off and get new flanges, or try to reuse them and spin them and flip them if I wanted to come up and out, which would probably work really good, like if I ever want to do like a turbo kit or whatever and mount it up here. But this side, I got the alternator, so I know that's not going to work. So gonna just play around today and see what I can figure out with the headers and see if I can make them work. Alright, so somehow I think this might work. I got the headers in here backwards, and I'm going to need to cut these flanges off because they're wanting to hit, and I'm probably going to do like a V-band clamp right there anyway. But I think I can take like a real tight donut and cut it and turn the exhaust and then go back along, or turn it and come out the fender, or do whatever I want to do. But I think I'm going to turn it and go back, which actually works out really good because the steering needs to go down through there as well. So I just got to keep the, in a sense, the exhaust tube away from the steering once I turn and go away from it. This side, kind of the same thing. It looks like it might actually work. So here it is, kind of in here. I'm going to have to cut the battery tray out to let it rotate up and bolt in. But hopefully I'll be able to take a 90 or even a 180 bend and go back away from it and turn and shoot the exhaust back out the car. So these little Flowtech headers meant for a truck. Okay, so I'm going to get the headers pulled out, go ahead and cut off the little flange, and then reinstall them, get all the bolts in, and then try to get a piece of 2.5 inch to mock up to see if it's going to work out. Alright, so I'm going to go and take the saws off and cut these flanges off, get them off of bolts, so then I can gain some room in the car and just keep hitting on the chassis. So after I do this, then I can figure out if I can do like a little 90, and then I might even end up putting the V-band back behind, just because it's going to be so tight right here. That stainless puts up a fight. There it is. One down, one to go. So I think that's going to actually work out. I might have to just turn it right out of it and then come back. So I got to go find some 2.5 inch tubing to mock it up and see what's going to happen to get it turned around right there. Alright, so I got the flanges cut off. Now the headers will go in there and have plenty of clearance. So I'm going to run over to my dad's real quick and see if he has a piece like a U or a J that I can kind of mock up, and see if I'm going to need a donut, or if I can just get by with a normal bend to come off of there and turn it to go back into the car. So go grab that real quick and see what it looks like. Alright, so I went ahead and ran over and got some stainless tubing that I had left over from Salty and building it. So I got the flange cut off and I got them bolted in. This side fits tight, everything's good. This side is hitting the battery tray, so I got a little gap right here. But I'm going to go ahead and raise the car up and get an idea of kind of how much room I have to be able to get the exhaust back and around the engine. Alright, so I got the car all up, and then I'm going to take a look at the exhaust and see what I can do. So I need to get this little tray all the way up and then go from there. Alright, so here we go. So there's the exhaust, and I need to try to get it to turn and come back through here's what I'm trying to think about doing. This looks pretty tight. I will most definitely probably need to order a donut, but I got some material here that I can kind of mock up and look at. But I was thinking either bring it back and like then I could bring it down through here and then have the exhaust come out that way. I thought maybe I'd be able to bring it straight down here, but I gotta have my steering rack and all that, so that's not gonna work. I could probably trim the motor plate and have it come out and straight forward and out the fender there. So I got it up, so now I can kind of look at it and see. Look at this side. This side's gonna be really tight. It's definitely gotta come away from the frame rail right there. And I'm gonna have to figure that out. So something to look at. But hopefully I can make these headers work actually. All right, so this stainless piece here's got way too big of a bend to get up into the header. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and order a stainless donut. So I'll have to wait for that to get here and I'll get going on it while that comes in. Though I'm gonna go ahead and swap this out to the Camaro pulley or Corvette pulley, get the engine out, cut that battery tray out and gain me some room over there and do a few other little cleanup things while that stuff's coming. All right, so a quick video. Got the exhaust kind of headed in the right direction, but I'm gonna go ahead and order those. It's a stainless donut, about 3.5 inch. It'll make a real tight radius, so hopefully when I get those, I'll get going. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make this into a separate video or I might just tie that one into this video. So we'll see you guys next time. All right, so I went ahead and ordered that donut. It should be here today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine out of the car, remove the battery tray,